Hi everyone, welcome to Shell Sugar Rush. Welcome back if you've been here before. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a cake and some treats that I made for a very special day in my life. This is my oldest daughter who is expecting a baby boy in exactly 4 weeks. So I'm putting together a cake and some treats with the help of my niece. And if you enjoy things like this, stick around and watch me put it together. And if you haven't already, don't forget, hit that subscribe button and that notifications bell so you'll be notified when I upload more cakes and treats in the future. So let's get started. So for the cake, I wanted to incorporate several different flavors to accommodate everybody's favorite flavor of cake. So I started with vanilla on the largest tier, which was the bottom tier. This is an 8-inch tier. And I have baked 3 vanilla cake layers, and I am filling them in with an American buttercream. And I'm going to go ahead and just fill each of the layers and stack them and get this one kind of set with a crumb coat. And then we're going to pop this in the fridge for a little bit so that it can chill and start on the next tier of the cake. Now for the second tier, I have used chocolate cake, and I have baked 4 6-inch chocolate cakes, and I did cut the domes off of these. They did have a little dome on them, so I did level them out to start. I actually leveled 3 of the layers because I just wanted to kind of gauge how tall it was going to be in proportion to that first tier of vanilla that I did. But I did end up using the 4th one. You see here I'm cutting off that dome, leveling it out, and just filling in all the layers and putting that final layer on top. And then we're going to crumb coat this one as well with that same, like I said, American buttercream, and just give this a nice crumb coat and get it ready to pop in the fridge so that we can get started on that 3rd and final tier. Now for this tier, I did decide to go with the strawberry. This tier was kind of intended to be the one that my daughter would take home because this was her or is her favorite cake flavor. So this is a strawberry cake. I have made a sheet cake, and here I am cutting out the circles. It was a little easier to do a sheet cake and then just cut out the number of circles I needed for this top tier. So I cut out these circles in a 4-inch and filled them in again with that American buttercream. And I decided to use just 3 on this one because that gave it the perfect height. I didn't really need to use 4 for this tier just because I felt like that would have made it a little odd looking on the height in comparison to the other 2 tiers. So here I'm just giving it a nice crumb coat, and then we're going to pop this one in the fridge to chill for a little bit and start doing those final coats on the others. So our bottom tier is chilled, and here I'm just taking a little paring knife and just going to shave off that excess buttercream around the top. When I was doing the crumb coat, I just really didn't choose to smooth it out on the edges. Sometimes I prefer to just shave it off, and it kind of gives it a sharper edge. And here I'm going to do that last and final coat and pop this back in the fridge to chill. And now our chocolate one is back out and chilled, and I'm doing the same thing here, just shaving off those edges. But for this tier, I chose to do a baby blue coloring in the buttercream. So I just used some of my my sky blue gel color and just used about 2 drops of it to get that baby blue color in there. And this is what I'm going to be using for the final coat on this middle tier. And here I'm just smoothing it out real well and cleaning up the edges, and I'm going to pop this one back in the fridge to chill as well. And now that this bottom tier is ready, I am taking a little bit of that baby blue icing, and what I've done here is made a drip, and I just took my icing and put a little bit of it in a container in the microwave and warmed it up for about 10 or 15 seconds and put it into the squeeze bottle, which makes a perfect drip. Okay, now here I'm just putting in 5 of the bubble tea straws, and I'm going to just cover those holes, and that's going to give that support for that next tier. Now this is actually the very top tier, the strawberry one, and it's already been given that final coat, and I'm doing the drip on top of it as well. Now for the middle tier, here I am taking that one, I'm gonna put in some bubble tea straws as well to give it that support for that top tier. And what I decided to do with this one is, since I'm alternating the colors, I'm actually going to do a white drip on this one. But for now, I am going to go ahead and place it onto that bottom tier very carefully. And then I'll move it back to the turntable and go ahead and get that drip around this tier. And then I'll add some decor as well. And I apologize for not finishing the cake on camera, but unfortunately there was a lot going on in my house on this day. A lot of people coming in and out, so I had to stop many times. But you are about to see the finished product here in just a moment. So here it is, all finished with the Oh Baby sign on the top. And you can see the decor I mentioned earlier. I used some gold arrows and also a nameplate with the baby's name on it. So let me know what you think about this in the comments. I'd love hearing from everyone. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And also don't forget, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell so you'll be notified when I upload more cakes and treats in the future. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you next time.